Hi, I'm Hannah Rosenfeld, the founder of BuddyWatch. BuddyWatch is a personal safety application that detects emergencies automatically and responds to them even when a user can't reach his or her phone. So walking alone is dangerous because isolation makes you vulnerable, but it's often something that we can't avoid. This semester, as a student at the University of Virginia during the abduction of Hannah Graham, I experienced what it meant to a community, my community, when we missed just one of these crises. Hannah was doing the same things that we all did that night, and it could have been any of us. Today, if you call 911, they can't automatically tell a location from a cell phone. So without an app, you can expect response times to go up by as much as 5 times. With the current apps out there, you either have to actively reach a panic button in the middle of a crisis or passively wait for a safety timer to run down and hope that it's not too late. With BuddyWatch, we detect emergencies passively and immediately to address urgent situations before they turn into tragedies. A user starts BuddyWatch before they leave a safe space, but once they hit start, the entire thing runs from your pocket. So we partnered with police departments across the country to establish triggers that we think are indicative of an emergency. And when you trip one of them, say you have a fall, find yourself in a car, you're wandering in the wrong direction from your destination, the first thing we do is actually ask you if you're okay. Then you have the opportunity to dismiss it with just a knock in the pocket and keep going. It's actually a failure to dismiss the alert that acts like a dead man switch and leads to the emergency response. And that's the first time we share any of your information. We're gonna get everything that the person needs to get emergency services to you as fast as possible. Yeah. So BuddyWatch knows that an emergency isn't the same it's not the same in Davis as it is in San Francisco, and it's not the same in San Francisco as it is in Beijing. So we use on-the-ground research and machine learning techniques to make our triggers contextually aware. That makes us infinitely scalable across countries and demographics. So we are entering the market through American universities, where we've already partnered with sororities, student organization, and residential advisor groups at 4 major colleges, and we're entering talks with one of them now to become our first official partnership. If you add in other high-risk groups like urban populations and women's organizations, we're looking at over 200 million users in the US alone that are at risk for a safety concern of this site. When you see that number skyrocket internationally to over 1 billion, when we include markets like the 5 countries that have already expressed interest in us on 3 different continents. It includes the French government itself. So all of these people who are working with us already were using safety apps. They were using our competitors, but when we talked to them, they were eager to make the switch because it made sense for their daily life to use BuddyWatch, and they saw that it was going to make them feel safer. Today, we're asking for $250,000 to bring that feelings of safety and security to more people. We want to saturate the markets that were already in the universities, and we want to start probing these other high-risk groups while developing our public beta into a full-fledged first launch. So I look forward to talking to you about BuddyWatch. We'll hold on to this for questions.
So how do you make money on this?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we've got a couple of ways we're planning on making money. One is that we're doing a freemium app. So our service is really customizable, but there are some places where it just doesn't quite meet the requirement, like parents and children, you want the kid to only hook up to you. So we're looking at services like that. We're creating specialized in-app purchases. We're selling those on a subscription basis. Parents and children are one major target area. Elderly people and caretakers are another one for that. We're also partnering with universities and police departments. For campus security is an area where there is a ton of competition right now. Just like the hiring race, the building race at schools, they want to be able to tell people who come and take their tours something better than if your kid is in a crisis, they can run to the nearest blue box. So that's another option. And then we're looking at, down the road, strategic partnerships with technologies that already exist and have people in predictably dangerous situations where we can look at that, figure out what kind of triggers they need, and make them safer in that instance.
Can you tell us a little bit about your team?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the founder, and I previously founded another company. It's actually a theater company for youth, artistic, and business leadership. And my 4 developers are from 2 major universities here, and we've been working together. This is really a passion project for us.